evening. Here is the world news from DJI TV, Baba Bagedemo TV. I am Sani Tolakomi Ajikade. First, here the major headlines for the world news. Federal government releases 13.89 billion naira pension for 2022 retirees. Nigeria Army moves to stop soldiers from resigning over low morale. We are not in court against INEC chairman, DSS. Ogun NUG warns sex workers against activities around secretariat. Government kidnap hotelier along Monia Iseyin Road. Police inspector bandits killed during gun battle in Nasarawa. 4 injured in renewed Fulani attacks on Benue villages. 50-year-old Bauchi woman arrested for killing co-wife. Man in tears as wife tells him he is not the biological father of his kids. Now on foreign. Botswana ex-president wanted for receiving stolen property challenges. And lastly, on sport. Igalo scores in 5th consecutive league game for Al Hilal. Now hear the news in details. The National Pension Commission on Thursday said the federal government had released 13.89 billion naira for payment of accrued pension rights of 2022 retirees of ministry, departments, and agencies. The commission said this in a statement on its official Twitter handle on Thursday. The news agency of Nigeria reports that APRs represent an employee's benefit, saved or while in service up to June 2004, when the CPS came into effect. PENCOM added that the beneficiaries were retirees under the contributory pension scheme. The Commission appreciated the efforts of President Muhammadu Buhari for his untiring support and commitment to the implementation of the CPS that continue to ensure the welfare of the retirees. The Nigerian Army says citing loss of interest and low morale as reasons for disengagement by its soldiers will no longer be accepted as the basis for approval of voluntary retirement. Sahara reporters has exclusively reported over 500 soldiers in the northeast and other theaters of operation wrote to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, seeking voluntary retirement. The actions comes amid security challenges being faced by the military as it combats terrorists, bandits, and other criminals in most parts of the country. Some of the affected soldiers who spoke on Sahara Reporter cited loss of interest, intimidation of superiors, corruption in the army, and low morale as their reasons for resigning from the army. The soldiers, in a letter to the army chief under reference LA/COAS/001, quoted that the harmonized terms and conditions of service soldiers rating our amendment revised 2017. There have been allegations of corruption in the Nigerian army, which some of the soldiers are blamed for their loss of interest. The Department of State Services says it is not in any court to stop the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, from doing his work over alleged non-declaration of assets. The DSS, in a statement by its spokesperson, Dr. Peter Afunaya, said that the security agencies has no issue to settle with the INEC chairman in court and blamed the misconception on a newspaper which reported a court order out of context. The statement said the attention of the Department of State Services has been drawn to a 5th January 2023 online publication in which it reported that calls stopped DSS from arresting INEC chairman. The services have discovered that the newspaper's skill that transpired in the court and reported it out of context. It is against that backdrop that the service pointed out is in disapproval to the editorial authorities of the newspaper. The outfit, which though argued that was reported in online version, was different from the hard copy, promised to address the concern raised but did not. As part of effort to centralize its secretariat, the Ogun State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, has issued a strong warning to commercial sex workers, also known as Olosho, and hoodlums laundering and wandering within its premises at Iwere House, Abeokuta. This was made known on Thursday in a press statement signed by the chairman, Comrade Wale Olariwaju, and made available to newsman by the Secretary, Comrade Bumi Adigun, at the Council Secretariat, Iwere, Abeokuta. According to the statement, the union noted that all human nuisances and social voices such as commercial sex work, unguarded smoking, and aimless wandering has been characterized. The Secretariat has joined the union its reputation and integrity and must be stopped immediately. The statement further disclosed that the union has agreed to deploy the services of Nigerian police and other security agencies to ensure that the arrest of any worker, any sex worker, and other wanderers found in the act of these uncharitable endeavors that are brought to the union of ceaseless public opprobrium. Iwere is not a hookup place, so you people should stop that. Government suspected to be kidnappers adopted a hotelier in Oyo State, Daily Post reports. Daily Post gathered on Friday that the proprietor of the Nice Hotel, Omoloju area in Iseyin, Mr. Dejo Ajuwon, was kidnapped on Wednesday. A source said that the victim was abducted on his farm at Sarafu village along Moniya Iseyin Road on Wednesday. The source said it happened on Wednesday, and I heard from one of his elders friends yesterday on Thursday. It was learned that the hotel owner relocated to Iseyin after retirement from active service to establish its farming and hospitality businesses. The kidnappers are yet to contact the family as of the time of filing the report on Friday. A police inspector, Yusuf Jafaru, has been killed during a gun duel that ensued between police officers and bandits along the Akwanga Jos Road in Nasarawa State. Our correspondent gathered that the incident, which also led to the death of two bandits, occurred on Wednesday night in Nuku Town, Akwanga local government area of the state. The government in their numbers opened fire on 5 police officers who were on patrol in the area. The cause of the deceased officer who was killed in the line of duty was deposited at the General Hospital, Akwanga, while the calls of the bandits were dumped at the police station in Akwanga town. Confirming the incident to our correspondent in Lafia on Friday, the police public relations officer in the state, Ramon Nansel, said what happened in Akwanga was on January 4, 2023 at about 9 p.m. Our police personnel deployed to Akwanga Jos Road precisely along Nuku were attacked by some hoodlums. Four people were reported to have been critically wounded in some communities in the Kwal West local government area of Benue State following a renewed attack. Villages such as Nangi and South Gidi Dajo in Gambe Uzin Council Ward as well as Sengel, all in the council area, were attacked between Tuesday and Thursday. A resident of Nangida told newsmen on the phone that the village was attacked on Tuesday, during which several people were injured, while South Gidi Dajo came under siege earlier on Thursday by the marauding herders. A local who did not want to be mentioned said one person, Pila Abe, was critically injured during the attack on South Gidi Dajo, adding that the victim is receiving treatment on an undisclosed hospital. Chairman of Goa West Lodge local government area, Njùr, who confirmed the attack, said that the 4 people were injured when the others attacked the villages. He added that a similar attack was launched on another community, Sengel, on Thursday afternoon, but has not yet get details of the incident. The Bauchi State Police Command has revealed that a 50-year-old woman has been arrested for allegedly killing her co-wife in Bauchi. The police public relations officer in Bauchi State Command, Ahmed Wakil, saw this in a media statement made available to journalists on Friday. He said that the suspect, Amina Guguwa of Miya Village, Waji Lodge local government area of Bauchi State, strangled her co-wife, Amina Koli, 60-year-old, following a physical confrontation on January 1, 2023. Amina Guguwa, the suspect, criminally used force on the victim by struggling her neck tightly. As a result, she died on the spot. On receiving the report, a team of detectives were drafted and rushed to the scene, and they evacuated the victim to the general hospital. Njùr for a post-mortem examination where she was certified dead by a medical doctor, he informed. According to him, investigation into the incident is in progress, after which the suspect will be charged to court for prosecution. A popular Akwa Ibom live band entertainer, Soundcraft the Ritualist, has been left heartbroken after his wife revealed to him that in the presence of his children that is not their biological father. Taking to his Facebook page on Thursday, he said his wife saved one of her boyfriend number as pastor's wife. He also shared screenshots of his wife's conversation with her boyfriend, whom Truecaller identified as God Power Abigail. He wrote, "Wow, just to know that you have realized you are not my biological father." Selling the keys man to the insult Atai woman who said, this is not my husband, and this is not for you, my husband. It is for someone else. Neighbors around were so shocked to hear her omit such words out. Now on foreign. Botswana former President Ian Khama has filed an urgent court application seeking to strike down an arrest warrant issued against him by a magistrate. Mr. Khama, whose father, Seretse Khama, was Botswani founding president, is in dispute with his successor and incumbent president, Mogwesi Masisi, which resulted to him quitting the ruling Botswana Democratic Party in 2019. The warrant was issued after Mr. Khama, living in South Africa since November 2021, failed to appear in court to answer charges laid against him in April. They include unlawful possession of a firearm, receiving stolen properties, and procuring the registration of a firearm by false pretense. And lastly, on sports. Odion Ighalo continued his impressive scoring run as he goes on the score sheet to help Al Hilal to a 1-0 away to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia on Thursday. Ighalo scored the only goal in the 12th minute to return to Al Hilal to winning after they drew their last two league fixtures. He has now scored in his last 5 league and takes his tally to 8 in 12 fixtures. Also, the former Premier League star has netted 6 goals in his last 6 games in all competitions. His latest strike rate is in 2nd place and just 1 goal behind Al Nassr Brazilian star Talisca. Thursday win moved Al Hilal to 3rd place on 25 points, with Al Nassr sitting top on 26 points. And that concludes the world news for this hour. But before we go, here's some of the major headlines once again. Federal government releases 13.89 billion naira pension for 2022 retirees. Nigerian army moves to stop soldiers from resigning over low morale. We are not in court against INEC chairman, DSS. Ogun NUJ warns sex workers against activities around secretariat. Government kidnap hotelier along Moniya is saying road. Police inspector bandits killed during gun battle. And to join us on all our social media handles, on Facebook as Gbagedemo with Alawi Adebayo, please follow the page and share the page. And on Instagram as Gbagedemo_22. Please follow the page and share the page as well. And on YouTube as Baba Gbagedemo TV. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn your post notification bell. And for your adverts, please call the number displaying on the screen. Thanks so much for always watching our news on BGI TV. I am Sanut Olakomi Ajikade. Bye.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just tune to BGI TV. BGI TV, you're one in a million.